Well, we're going to learn more about this program. Joining us today, the Housing Director at West Ohio CAP and the HUD Housing Counselor. We've got Leora Donnelly, and thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Okay, so the first question would be, so tell us more, what is this program about?
All right, so this program is through First Home Lima, New Lima Housing for the Future. What it can do, it can help provide assistance to low-income households to achieve their dream of owning a home. It helps the home buyer accumulate funds for their closing costs, down payment assistance, and just to help them get into a new one.
Okay, so who is eligible? Is it just a select group, or can anyone try to apply?
Well, it's for people who are at or below 80% AMI. As an example, a household of one would not be able to have an income over $43,900 a month. So you're looking at a family of five. The income limit on that is $67,750 a month.
Okay, so this might sound like a weird question, but what is the definition then of a first-time homeowner?
All right, so it's anybody who has not owned a home within the last 3 years.
Okay, so you could have bought one like 10 years ago and then not been able to buy a home since. Okay.
Right, yeah.
Okay. All right. So are there any restrictions? Like, can you look at any home, or like, do you help us through the program? Is there like, meetings you go to? How does that work?
Well, what it is, before the person applies through First Home Lima, they need to be pre-approved with a mortgage lender. They need to be looking to be purchasing a home within the city of Lima. Also, as I mentioned before, income at or below 80% AMI. And they cannot have already entered into a real estate contract prior to applying. They'll need to require and maintain a minimum of $1,000 in savings through the program. And what they'll do, once they're approved through First Home Lima, they will then forward them over to WOCAP for us to schedule them for the 12-hour homeownership classes and financial management classes.
Okay.
And with those, that'll help them, of course, teach them what it takes to become a homeowner. And then with the financial management, it will help with budgeting, learning how to repair your credit, how to save money, things like that.
Right, yeah. So have you had people go through the program? Has it been successful? People have been able to buy a home?
They have, yes. I don't have the specific numbers on that. I wasn't able to get it before this meeting. So.
That's all right, but we know it works, though, so that should be encouraging to people who are watching. It works. You can get a home.
Absolutely. And then with this, one thing I did want to point out, with this, they can accumulate funds up to $14,900 towards their closing costs and down payment. And this can be used in conjunction with the Welcome Home grants or Welcome Home programs that several of the area banks and credit unions are offering.
Okay, so this is a loan, though, a home loan, or is it a grant, or is there a combination of things here?
It is considered a loan, but it is a forgivable loan. If the homeowner remains in the home for 5 years after the purchase, that loan is forgiven.
Wow, all right. So it sounds like a lot of pluses to this program that people, if they think they're eligible, should check it out.
They definitely should. I mean, a lot of folks tend to think, that home ownership is more of a kind of a pipe dream, but really, many more people would be eligible to purchase homes. I mean, they just need to, contact their lender. They'll help walk them through as well. I mean, there's many benefits to owning your own home. It provides stability. You don't have to worry about, property selling and you having to move within 30 days. You have freedom to modify it, to paint it, to make it the way that you want. And many times your cost of home ownership is going to be a lot less than renting.
Right. Yeah. People don't realize that. I think sometimes that, I'm paying this rent. How can a home be cheaper? But it can be.
It can be. From just a little bit of research I did yesterday, it's looking like the average rent for a 3-bedroom, 1-bath home is around $1,100. If somebody is to get into a home of the same size, 3-bedroom, 1-bath, with the average selling price of $120,000, their mortgage payment, including their property taxes and mortgage insurance, can be as low as anywhere from $600 to $700 per month.
Right. Yeah. So definitely it's worth checking out. What a great program. Thank you very much for telling us about it today.
Well, thank you for having me. And I just encourage anyone and everyone to apply. Again, you can apply at First Home Lima, New Lima Housing for the Future at 1003 West Spring Street in Lima. You can also find those applications on www.limaohio.gov under the Housing tab. And please do. I really do encourage folks to take advantage of this.
Yeah, it sounds like a great program to take advantage of. Thanks for joining us today.
All right. Thank you, Holly.
All right, don't go away. New Edition continues in a moment.